Hello everyone, it's James Valentine here, and today I'm firing from the hip. I just want to talk about habits, to be honest, and we all have them, good ones, bad ones. We're all at different stages, but the most important stage, especially in entrepreneurship and when you have a business, is to actually get rid of all the bad habits and replace them with good ones. Now, I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough, but the crucial step, or the number one step to actually breaking a habit, is getting super clear on your goal. Knowing deep down within you that maybe eating lots of crisps is not good for me isn't enough. You actually have to sit down and ask yourself and go, what is it I truly want out of this? And so, for example, if you want to lose a lot of weight and crisps are probably the main reason as to why you're not, you need to sit down and get clear and go, do you know what, I'm gonna kick this. And then the next step of that is to actually eliminate the cue, or as James Clear in Atomic Habits alluded to, you have things that basically set you up for problems. Like, for example, with crisps, it starts off at the supermarket. If you're shopping and you're buying crisps, that right there is, you're just setting yourself up for disaster. You haven't even eaten the crisps yet, but you're saying you are at some point. Now, having them not in the house is a really great way to eliminate that, and it's a really important step with anything to eliminate. Now, what I do know is that replacing them with a good habit is then a good idea. So, okay, you're kicking crisps, now your body's still going to yearn for something, and so what are you going to replace it with? Well, maybe you like grapes. That's going to get you towards your goal or your weight loss, but it's not going to have the same effect as crisps. So yeah, don't even bring crisps home into your house. That's the number one step. Now, I feel like with a lot of things, and this goes for anything in life, compounding is such an important factor. And you've just got to play the long game. Now, we're not chasing perfection here, but consistency is key. For, let's say, out of 100 days, 90 of the days you don't have crisps, that's still pretty damn good. Like, fair play to you. And those 90 days is going to get you towards your goal. And so it's not about chasing that being a perfectionist about it. It's just being consistent. And so that's something to focus on, and to keep in mind as well. If you don't have, like, say for example, you're playing the long game, 365 days of the year, you haven't had crisps, take for example, or thereabouts. Each day, right now, you might be going, oh, it's just a bag of crisps. But over 365 days, that equates to 40,000 plus calories, which equals, it's about 11 pounds of weight. That is a hell of a lot. 11 pounds of weight can be the make or break of someone getting to their goal or not. So that's a really big factor to keep in mind, and obviously that goes for anything. Playing the long game. If you're not in it for the long game, then down the line you're gonna struggle. So this last point is pretty key, and it's about identity-based habits. Now, in entrepreneurship, if you want to get to the next level, a really good way to do this is to look at someone who's at that next level, and then ask or have a think, what is it they do? What do they do differently? And say, for example, they don't drink, and you're drinking, and it has an effect on you, has a ripple effect, it did on me, then you've got to sit down and go, okay, to become that level, I need to become like that person, and I need to not drink, because it's clearly getting them results. I know for me that what was a few drinks on a weekend still had a ripple effect. For example, my sleep would suffer. I had the goal of wanting to read a lot more. When you're drinking, you're in that state, there's no part of you that wants to read. Not only that, retention is just not there. And so then it leads to eating worse food. Like the ripple effects of our habits are a hell of a lot more than we realise. For example, watching porn. If you're in a serious relationship and you're getting your fixes from that content, some way or another, your relationship's going to suffer. And it could be sneaky, but it really does alter the chemical state of your body and your mindset, and it's not great. So that's another one to consider. I used to be a gamer. You know, I identified as a gamer. I played games. You know, how can you break that? Well, I had to really flip things and go, do you know what? I'm not a gamer. I'm 30 years old. You know, I don't play games. It's a waste of time. And I've reinforced these new beliefs, and it's changed the game. And now I identify so hard as not a gamer. There's no part of me that wants to play the game or chase that dopamine. Now, I also replaced that habit with things I do love. I actually love reading now. And again, at the start of that, when I was forming that habit, it was difficult. It was difficult, man. I wanted to go back to the games, but over time, the habit will form, and I can't wait to read and listen to an audiobook and learn something new each day. And I know my goal being, you know, financially free in my life and to do and go wherever I please. The playing the games doesn't serve that. The drinking doesn't serve that. Getting wiser each day, putting my time into reading books, yeah, it really does serve that goal. So I'm here for it, and that's exactly how you build the good habits. So yeah, it's a short one, it's a quick one for today's video, but that's what I got for you. And let me know if any of that resonated. Drop a like on the video if it was helpful in any way and gave you some insights. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.